Welcome everyone to another exciting school year. While I visited all of our district campuses, it felt great to see so many familiar faces returning, and it's a special joy to welcome new staff to the San Benito CISD community. A new year is a time for joyful hope and expectations. It is also very likely, whether you are new or returning, that most of you are full of questions and uncertainties. I say terrific, good for you. Because education is all about questions and uncertainties. Educators must possess an attitude of not accepting failure as an option. Preparing our students to be successful in state exams is manifest in our district. Therefore, we must establish a culture of professional learning communities. My question is to you. How do you measure teacher success? The corporate world measures success by the effect of staff and decision-making in the bottom line. Its profits increase, the staff seem to be effective. If decisions taken result in more effectiveness means of bringing in money, then surely is that team effective. Educator success cannot possibly be measured in such terms. I believe that measuring the success of teachers is not an exact science, and that it's very difficult, if not impossible, to put measurable outcomes in place. That is an awful lot of subjectivity when it comes to measuring teacher success. Here are some outcomes that we must look for when assessing the effectiveness of our instructional programs. Do students look forward to attending class? Are lessons well prepared? Is every student given the opportunity to contribute? Is your classroom a place where learning happens through engagement with the material being taught? Do your words and actions provide an emotionally safe place for children to be themselves without fear of ridicule? Is learning seen as a collaborative effort? Do you engage in regular professional development, shown by reading educational journals, attending seminars, having the willingness to engage in online experiences with fellow teachers, and use openness to develop the skills required to use social media tools as a means of sharing with other teachers? Another question you may ask yourself, is your classroom clean, thoughtfully laid out, and age appropriate? Is there regular parental engagement? Do you regularly take learning outside of the classroom? This is by no means a comprehensive list, but certainly gives a broad idea of what is important in assessing a teacher's efficiency. It will be noted that you, in this list, that grades and assessments are important, but they were left out intentionally. This is because far too much emphasis is placed on assessments and grading, often at the expense of the classroom practice. The drive to finish the syllabus and produce A-grade students is often compromising the learning process. We cannot measure the success of a teacher in how many A students you possess each year. We must learn to measure our effectiveness as teachers by making a difference. I recall a story that I have heard as an educator in various seminars and conferences, and I wanted to share this story with you because I feel that this illustration brings us hope, promise, and sometimes we need to reflect upon what we need to improve. This story is a story of the starfish. A young girl was walking along a beach upon which thousands of starfish had washed up during a terrible storm. When she came to each starfish, she would pick it up and throw it back into the ocean. People watched her with amusement as she had been doing this for quite some time. A man approached her and said, "Little girl, why are you doing this? Look at the beach. You can't possibly save all the starfish. You can't begin to make a difference." The little girl seemed crushed, suddenly deflated. But after a few moments, she bent down, picked up another starfish, and hurled it as far as she could into the ocean. Then she looked up at the man and replied, "Well, I made a difference to that one." The old man looked at her and inquisitively thought about what she had done and said. Inspired, he joined the little girl in throwing starfish back into the sea. Soon, others joined, and all the starfish were saved. This is a story about how one person can make a difference, even if it's touching one life. This little girl inspired the man's thinking that you might not be able to save the entire ocean of starfish, but you have to begin somewhere. And perhaps one by one, saving each starfish can amount to much more than you have maybe thought of. This year I ask you as your superintendent to be the difference. Be the difference in one student's life. Be the difference in our future.